Hello, my name is Louis, and since my computer camera for some reason isn't working, I am going to record this on my phone and talk about Mozart's journey in the book Mastery. I'm going to discuss the events that affected him throughout his life and how they relate to my own journey to mastery. And I'll also be talking a little bit about the two deadly realities of social intelligence, hopefully reaching some valuable conclusions about how those can affect our personal lives and, of course, our professional lives. So, the first topic that I would like to discuss is how Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart had his journey to mastery. Robert Greene wrote about him in the 2012 book Mastery, and in this book they talk about his early life and how he was very close to being led to a false path. Mozart's journey starts with him as a child. He was a piano prodigy from a very young age, and people enjoyed his work a lot. And he even got to play in some of the largest venues of his time, including a private performance for the Austrian royal family. However, after some time, Mozart discovered that he not only enjoyed music, but he understood it, and he wanted to make much more with it. He wanted to compose music. And at this point, that is where he enters into conflict with his father. Mozart's father was okay with Wolfgang dedicating his life to music as long as it made money. And at that time, working these larger gigs, that's how the Mozart family was getting money. And so they entered into conflict because Mozart, on the other hand, the son, he wanted to study music and he wanted to learn how to make more music of his own. And so, unfortunately, Wolfgang Mozart was forced to leave his house, and not only his house, but he was forced to leave his country in search for this opportunity to learn music more. And the problem that this had, or the consequence that this had, was that his relationship with his father never truly recovered from that decision, and he had to live with that for the rest of his life. The reason that I chose this particular master's journey was because of my own experience in Los Angeles. When I was there, I got a lot of praise for landing jobs at important companies whose names people recognized. Before that, I would work on a student film or an independent film, and I would be very proud and very happy of my work, but people would be like, is there any chance that I'll ever be able to watch that? I don't know the person that you worked with. I don't know the actor that you uploaded a photo with. However, when I worked for Paramount, when I worked for HBO, when I worked for Apple, people know those names. People know who Kate Hudson is. People were proud to hear that I was working with an Academy Award winner like Octavia Spencer. People would text me, "Oh my God, dude! She won an Oscar." So this is something that everybody was very satisfied with, except for me. A lot of those productions were great experiences, but at the same time, I felt like they weren't bringing me closer to my goal. I want to be a writer, and this was more on the production side of things, and there was no direct pathway for me to follow that could take me back to a place in production where I could be in charge of a more creative part. So it was very difficult for me to leave that job because I felt like an idiot walking away from his dream. I felt like, I wanted this job since forever, and now I was essentially leaving from it. And it was very difficult for me to also help my family understand my decision of going back to school and getting more education on the distribution side of things, because I felt like distribution could help me be more in control if I ever got to a point where I could have a more creative role. But anyways, finally, there's also two deadly realities that accompanied me throughout that journey in LA. The first one being passive aggression, and the second one being conformism. The first one is basically, unfortunately, a part of the culture in Los Angeles. People were very passive aggressive when they didn't like something that you were doing, instead of just telling you directly what it is that they wanted you to do. And the second one, of course, is conformism. I was at risk of committing the mistake of staying in a job that I didn't necessarily want, in a position or in a role that was not really my goal, only to satisfy the part that my parents were very happy with the kind of money that I was making, even though, like I said, it wasn't really bringing me closer to my goals. So yes, it was very difficult. It was very difficult to know that every time I posted, people would reach out to me, friends and family, to congratulate me for this achievement. They felt like it was the fact that I worked there. And even some strangers reached out to me because they wanted to network, because it's like, this guy is at HBO, I want to work for HBO. So they would reach out to me even though they were complete strangers, and it was very confusing for me to be able to deal with those two things and not to fall for conformism, and just balance my own goals with my current journey. But anyways, now I am at full sail, and now I am very happy that I am taking a step towards my goals. I am not sure how to end this video, and we are already at 6 minutes now. So thank you for your attention, and I hope you have a great day.